Okay, right now our two internationalization controllers, or services I should say, will only function if one of the active profiles is active. If neither is active, we are going to get an error. That's because we don't have a component that Spring can wire up. So if I comment out the active profiles here on the English test and run it, we'll see that we get an exception. If I come down here, we can see that we get no qualifying being of type greeting service, because it is looking for a greeting service that matches this I18N service tag. So right now Spring cannot find that. And what we can do here is there's a special profile that Spring has. It's called default. The default profile is active when no active profiles are available. So it might be a little confusing at first. So if no other profiles are available, if you use default on your beans, then that will become available. So right now, the way this is configured, this service will only be brought into the context if the profile EN is available. But if we wanted to come in with no profile, what we can do is come up here, say default also. So we can assign more than one profile, and the default profile is going to be available when there are no other active profiles. So what we're saying in this case, if no profiles are available, allow the English profile to work. So I'm going to come in here, verify this test, and we can see now Hello World EN. And then that will also affect our Spanish greeting service. I'm going to minimize this. So this will still function normally right now, but if I come to the test actually, so if I run it right now, because ES is active, we will get the Spanish greeting. But if I comment this out and run it again, what's going to happen is we'll get the English greeting because we are saying that the default is English, even though here we'd set up a Spanish test. But if we return back to using the English profile or Spanish profile, we will get the Spanish greeting again. So the default profile is very, very handy and powerful to use when you have scenarios that you want to support active profiles and non-active profiles. And again, here, the change that I made was important on the service. You can have multiple profiles active or available for a service. You can say that the service is going to be in multiple profiles. In this case, I'm saying EN, and then also the default, which is special profile, saying if no other active profiles are there, this is going to be the default that gets wired into the Spring context. So I left it just off. It would be there all the time and it would conflict with the other service being. So again, this default is a very handy tool and very important to be aware that that is available in your toolbox when you are wiring up Spring components for different profiles.